everywhere. I'll be the moon when the sun goes down, just to let you know that I'm still around. That's how strong my love is. Whoa, that's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love is, baby, baby. That's how strong my love is. I'll be the weeping willow, drowning in my tears, and you can go swimming when you were here. And I'll be the rainbow after the tears are gone, wrap you in my colors and keep you warm. That's how strong my love is, darling. That's how strong my love is, baby. That's how strong my love is. Whoa, that's how strong my love is. I'll be the ocean so deep and wide, and catch all the tears whenever you cry. I'll be the breeze after the storm is gone, to dry your eyes and love you on. Oh, that's how strong my love is, baby. That's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love is. Darling. That's how strong.
And who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I. Thank you, sir.
You're a special people. You found each other, you've fallen in love, and you said that you would like to be married. So we're here as your family, your guests, your friends, to honor you, to pay tribute to you, to love you, and to encourage you on all the affairs on this day, tomorrow, and all the days of your life. We pause at your request to thank God for all those who've gone on before us. Grandparents, uncles, aunts, ancestors all the way back to the beginning of time. Otherwise, we would not be here. We thank you for all the people who together brought us to this day. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And now let us pray. Oh Lord, our hearts are full of joy because Bryan, Nicole, bless them on this day and all the days of their life. Give them comfort and consolation of your Spirit and all that they see day and feel. We commend them to you for your tender loving care this day and ever. Amen. Now we join hands and look this way just for a moment. I've had to throw out what you gave me because I thought of something better. This is a real live, true story. And you may find it hard to believe, but it's true. It's not autobiographical. There was this man who, well, he wasn't anxious to get married, but he said, I'll go on a journey and find the perfect woman. And so he did. He gave up his quest to be the world's leading best man, and he went out to find the perfect woman. And he was gone for a long time. And then finally he came home with a big smile on his face, and he said, I found her. Oh, you found her? And he said, yes, I found her. And I asked her to be my wife. And she said, I will. Therefore, you have come from there to this day. So we commend you to God and to your friends and family here. Marriage is a very unique event among Homo sapiens, now called Cosmo sapiens. It's the coming together not of one person into two, or two persons into one. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you're apt to think of the other person other than yourself. So from this day forward and forevermore, you will no longer be number one. She will be number one for you, and he will be number one for you. And that's the way your life will be for here, forward and forever. It's a marvelous, marvelous institution. It's a marvelous one. And at the sake of being a little bit embarrassing, I'll say that you two people are unique. You're unique. You're so naturally charismatic that someone could not dislike you if they wanted to. Fortunately, no one wants to dislike you, but to love you and appreciate you. So be thankful. Look into each other's eyes and do that. Forget about all the other people are here and look there. You have a charismatic appeal that is God-given. You have a loving appeal that is God-given. It can't be duplicated. We can't go into the laboratory and make that. And so you've decided by God's grace to get married. And we're grateful for that. We're grateful for that. Though I never thought you'd be a lifelong bachelor, Bryan. I really didn't. And Nicole, you told me the pages wouldn't blow away. They will, but I know it by heart anyway, so you're stuck with it. The most significant part of marriage is the oneness. The fact that you will become one whether you want to or not. One in body, one in soul, and one in spirit. You will be one. Tomorrow when you wake up, think of Nicole. Nicole, think of Bryan. Because that's going to be the center of your life from now on. It's a changing point. It's a focal changing point for the rest of your life. And may I say, at the fear of my own embarrassment, you're both very fortunate. You're both very fortunate to have found one another. So God bless and keep you. Your relationship will take more than love. In 1947, the London Times had a contest about what is happiness. A 12-year-old girl won that contest by saying, happiness is loving someone a whole lot, and a whole lot. And having that person love you back a whole lot. It became international news and was flashed away. That's what happiness is. So your happiness is in your own hands, not the hands of anyone else. This is your day. Do it, as I've said to you time and again, the way you want to. Outside of that little anecdotal story, Bryan, the rest of it is almost word for word the way you told me to say it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We've gotten him over his shyness already. We moved along. I would ask you now to pause and give careful attention to some wonderful words, a reading by Lena. Lena?
A good marriage must be created. The little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. Marriage is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It's standing together facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It's doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. Marriage is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have wings of an angel. It's not looking for perfection in each other. Marriage is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It's having the capacity to forgive and forget. It's giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It's finding room for the things of the spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It's establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As Adolf Huxley reminded us, it's a brave new world. It's a world from now on that you will face one with another. You will not be alone, but you will be with someone. Not every moment of every day. That would drive a saint out of this world. And my last recollection, we have few saints left. So I would ask you then to give response to these questions. This time, Bryan, we'll start with you. Do you take Nicole to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her from this day forward, forsaking all others, holding only unto her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Nicole, do you take Bryan to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him, and protect him, forsaking all others, clinging unto him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
I do.
I do.
And now your vows, which I understand are yours, and you'll hold each other's hands, look into each other's eyes, ignore everyone is here, speak to one another in tenderness and desire. And Nicole has asked to go forward here.
Yes.
Nicole,
Go first.
please. It is yours.
Bryan, as we stand here today on our wedding day before our family and closest friends, I'm exploding with happiness. I'm flooded with memories of how we got to this point, and from the very beginning, you've added so much excitement, joy, and love to my life. Your intelligence, confidence, and humor have reeled me in from day one. Whether it's just staying in all day watching college football with you, walking to get frozen yogurt, or rapping and dancing to our new favorite song, everything is more fun and more complete with you in my life. I am so fortunate to go through this life with you. And nothing seems too difficult with you by my side. I love you because you help me feel safe and secure. Being in your arms is my favorite place to be. You've always made sure I feel appreciated and accepted, and with you I feel like anything is possible. I've always admired your ability to stay calm in the midst of my crazy, and I love you for loving me the way that you do.
Yeah.
I love you not only I love you not only for who you are, but for who I am when I'm with you. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for loving me enough to dig deeper into my heart, pass over all the insecurities and weak things that you may find, and instead draw out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. You are my best friend. I promise my loyalty to you, to always take care of you, to always support you and always love you. You are everything I've ever dreamed of, but wasn't sure that I would ever find. You have surpassed my dream, and you've made me the happiest and most grateful woman, not with a touch or a word or a gesture, but with you just being yourself. I love you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And Bryan, by special dispensation, you can use your cell phone.
Excellent. And now for the male version. Well done. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt about standing here at the altar, turned golf course. Probably not as much as you, but nonetheless, a boy can dream as well. As I grew older and watched all of my friends before us get married and move on to their families, I wondered if this would become a reality for me. All of those doubts and questions disappeared almost instantly when I met you.
Here.
In the early stages of our relationship, I knew I was lucky when I found a beautiful girl whose passion for college football was deeper than mine, whose Nike shoe game was on point more than mine, and whose knowledge of hip-hop was off the charts. I mean, who knows the song lyrics to every single E40 in Too Short song?
She does.
As our relationship grew deeper, I knew that I had found someone much more significant and special. I'll refer back to a quote I gave you in the early stages of our relationship. It resides on our bedside table, my bedside table, and it reads, "Because of you, I can slowly but surely see myself becoming the me that I've always dreamt of being." You probably don't know this, but I read that every day and remind myself how lucky and honored I am to stand here as your man. Nikki, you truly do bring out the best in me. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Right, Janie? Yeah. You keep me honest. You keep me grounded. You keep me accountable. You keep me happy. And you keep me unconditionally loved. In you, I've found my true self. I promise to always love you. Promise to always support you in whatever direction life takes us. Promise to provide for our family and be the best husband that I can possibly be. And hopefully one day soon, the best father or Big Daddy that I've long aspired to be. I also promise to continue to make the bed, cook lean protein meals with vegetables and a side of grain, and do a better job of picking up my things around the house. I'm excited to begin my life with you as my wife. I love you.
Here. The Lord bless and keep you both. You have done well. And now, what do you give in token and pledge of your love for this world? The finger ring that goes on her finger. You take it.
Do we give her both?
I, Bryan, take you, Nicole,
I, Bryan, take you, Nicole,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, poorer,
in joy and in sorrow.
in joy and in sorrow.
And I promise to love you.
And I promise to love you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my affection and love for you,
as a token of my affection and love for you.
and its faithfulness
And
for
its,
as long as we both shall live.
and its faithfulness for as long as we both shall live.
Nicole, take this ring as a gift from your husband and cherish it from this day forward and forevermore. And Nicole, what do you give in token and pledge of your love for this one? I, Nicole, take you, Bryan, to be my husband,
I, Nicole, take you, Bryan, to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for
for
poorer,
richer or for poor,
in joy and in sorrow.
in joy and in sorrow.
And I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and faithfulness to you
and faithfulness to you,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Today you have pledged yourself to a lifetime commitment of caring for one another, of thinking of one another, and of loving one another. As you stand before us, your closest family and friends, we commend you to the world, to your peers, and to Almighty God as examples of what love and life should be. Now, by the authority committed to me by the great state of California, and in keeping with the laws of the land, I declare that you, Bryan and Nicole, are husband and wife. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, of whomever God has joined together, let no man put asunder. You may kiss the bride, if you may. They rehearsed that too. They had to. Will you turn and face them, please? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to be the first to introduce you to Mrs. Bryan and Mr. Bryan and Nicole Atkins.
She'd trade Colorado if he'd take her with him. Closes the door before the winter lets the cold in, and wonders if her love is strong enough to make him stay. She's answered by the taillights shining through the window pane. He said, I wanna see you again, but I'm stuck in colder weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Can I call you then? She said, you're a rambling man, and you ain't ever gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to blame, and you were born for leaving. At a truck stop diner just outside of Lincoln, the night is black as the coffee he was drinking, and in the waitress' eyes he sees the same old light is shining. He thinks of Colorado and the girl he left behind him. He said, I wanna see you again, but I'm stuck in colder weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Can I call you then? She said, you're a rambling man, and you ain't ever gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to blame, and you were born for leaving. Born for leaving. Well, it's a winding road when you're in the lost and found. You're a lover, I'm a runner, and we go round and round. And I love you, but I leave you. I don't want you, but I need you.
All right, it is now time
You know
for us to
it's you
introduce
that
our
caused the
starting
bad.
lineup. Bryan and Nikki's bridal party have a very special introduction. First up, going retro, bringing sexy back. We've got sister of the groom, Laura Cole, with Oh Behave, Gavin Harmon, and Drew Dudley, bringing sexy back. Gavin is rocking a strong sock game today. Make sure you take a look at those on the dance floor. All right, coming in hard from Oakland. Coming in hard. They want to simply do one thing. Blow the whistle. We got Monica Iyengar and Chris Melahan. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
And they bump. Where you get your beats? I heard 93 rappers say like me. 2 singers and 10.
There's only one thing to do with personalities.
Yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Bring them out. It's Chancey Martin and Heather Jones. Bring them out.
Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper.
Now everybody knows this signature sound. Oh yeah! Well, Little John only has one question. And he asked, turn down for what? Bring out Kelly Atai and Garrett Wheeler.
Turn down for what?
Oh! Go left, go left, go left, go left. Go! Turn down for what? All right, now we know this is a raucous group. So all your behavior tonight will have no excuse, and you can't not do this. You cannot blame it on the alcohol. Here comes Megan Williams and Lauren Schnei.
She says she usually don't, but I know that she front. Cause shorty know what she want, but she don't want to seem like she easy. I hear you saying what you won't do.
All right. Representing the straight OG from Long Beach, we got Josh Procacci and Matron of Honor Tori Rice saying, "What's my name?" Synchronized hip hop at its best. This song really equates it all. A day like this just makes people feel one special emotion. Straight from Pharrell, best man and father of the groom, William Bryan Atkin Jr., and maid of honor and sister of the bride, Emily Perkins. All right, everybody up. The stars up today. Everybody up. Representing the Fighting Irish and the Ducks of Oregon, we got Mr. and Mrs. Bryan Atkin. Bring it in, Drunk in Love.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here as father of the bride, and I have about 4.5 minutes. I've timed it many, many times, so just be patient with me, okay? All right, here we go. Really. It's an honor to be here as father of the bride. 1 minute, I was celebrating my first child and my first daughter's birth. Now, here I am, standing as father of the bride. Where do all the years go? Nikki, you and your sister Emily were really easy babies, so your mother and I lucked out in that regard. You were this quiet, reserved child who was so very bright that around 5 years old, you were already reading little books. When your friends and people who you knew surrounded you, you were in your element. I always enjoyed sharing my time with you, and the thing that I remember most about you growing up is the way you constantly surprised me by the depth of your thoughts. I always thought, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I realized more than once that I had a lot to learn about parenting. During your school years, I loved coaching you, your friends, and others in soccer and softball. You were an excellent student, and you were always athletic. I remember your high school onward. One of the things I tried to impress on you was the importance of learning how to be your own woman, to be Nikki, and to always be able to take care of yourself and those that you love. You showed me early on that you indeed knew your own mind and your own heart. And you were going to follow it no matter what. The first job that you got straight out of college was with Nike, and 1 year later you resigned. As you made it clear that day while having lunch in the Nike campus, cubicle life is not for me, Dad. I want to pursue a career in nursing. So much for all those Nike shoes I was hoping for. Well, never mind. Seriously, I knew more about what was going on in my daughter's working life than I ever did in her personal one. Early on, Nikki told me, Dad, when I meet the right guy, I'll let you know. After the statement, I never pried. I just wondered. Therefore, the day that Nikki said to me, Dad, there is someone that I want you to meet, I was curious, to say the least. And within a few days, I was standing tall as I can be, in San Francisco. I liked Bryan immediately, but then I always knew my daughter had good taste. It was easy for me to see that these two had so much in common, and the fact that they were both quiet thinkers, driven, and strong finishers. I was probably biased, but it did not hurt Bryan's case when I found out that he was a graduate of Notre Dame and played college tennis on a scholarship, no less. You could say that after that first meeting, I was 90% certain that Nikki had just introduced me to the one that she wanted, or she intended, to marry. On subsequent meetings, the remaining 10% vanished, as I was left with no doubt that Bryan was the one, because I saw and felt how relaxed and content my Nikki was in his company. I knew my daughter was going to be happy. This relationship works so well on many levels. I believe Bryan sees in Nikki his equal, someone he loves, admires, and respects, and that the two of them have found a kindred spirit in each other. Then, of course, there is the important fact that they both have this passion for the San Francisco Giants and the university football teams of Notre Dame and the Oregon Ducks. Both of them never miss a game. Bryan? I should be turning this way. Bryan, I welcome and look forward to knowing you even better in the coming years, but today I stand here as father of the bride, and I know for sure, from my observation of your sound judgment, that I am leaving Nikki in capable hands. Can't look that way. Therefore, there is really nothing left for me to say but to thank all of you for being here to help Nikki and Bryan celebrate their wedding day. I now ask everyone please to raise your glass in a toast. To the newlyweds, wish the two of you much happiness, good health, success, and good luck in your new married life together. May your relationship continue to grow strong throughout the years, and may you always be each other's best friend. Amen. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Look up, child. World is born. Shoes untied, and your soul's warm.
So I'm just going to put it out there right off the bat. I'm kind of a crier, so I apologize ahead of time. That's weird. Sorry. Okay. Thanks, bud. When we were growing up, Nikki and I were inseparable, even though there were plenty of times she wanted to shake the shadow of her little sister. We were partners in crime, sliding down the stairs in sleeping bags, dancing to Flash Flash Beagle, and me jumping into your arms, and Meg, and steamrolling over each other on the couch. We even thought at one point it would be a good idea to share a bedroom. That lasted a week before we were begging for our own spaces back. Nikki has always been my trailblazer. As my big sister, she was law on what was cool. Music, clothes, all of it. She taught me how to do the perfect Tootsie Roll curl in my bangs, and then tease into the perfect coif. How to burp my ABCs, thanks to Kelly Craft as well. Hata, sorry. And pair my Doc Marten sandals with socks and overalls. Nikki was the person I always looked up to. She was my biggest defender and confidant, but also my toughest critic. Nikki was always very clear that no one could push me around except for her. As the oldest sibling, that was her birthright. When she graduated nursing school and landed her dream job in her dream city, she set off to make the life she always wanted. Nikki was in her element. A city big enough to quench her thirst for fashion, makeup, and nightlife. San Francisco quickly became her new home. On visits and phone calls, Nikki would casually mention a guy here and there. But for one reason or another, Nikki never kept them around long. His hands are too small. He has a weird laugh. Whatever the ridiculous reason, we just knew they weren't the right guy. So true. And then Bryan came along. Instead of hearing the usual indifference or uncertainty, it was admiration and excitement. From the very beginning, this relationship was so different. Nikki has always had so many strengths and gifts that she has shared with those that she loves. She is generous and thoughtful and so kind. In meeting and getting to know Bryan, it was clear how happy he made my sister and how content she was with him. Their senses of humor, their playful affection, their love for U of O and Notre Dame, except for today, they were each other's perfect match. Bryan is so deserving of Nikki, as he reciprocates in every way the love and respect that she shows him. Watching their relationship grow, I came to realize that Bryan was everything I could have hoped for my sister and who she'd been waiting for. I knew the moment they got engaged that they would spend their lives together, making each other happy, sometimes a little crazy, and build the family and life that they both deserve. I couldn't imagine a better suited person to entrust the happiness of my sister to. Congratulations, I love you both.
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire.
Okay. I'm a crier too, so sorry. It's gonna happen again. So Nikki and I met our freshman year in college at Oregon. We joined the same sorority. She stood next to me when I got married, and I'm really honored to be standing next to her today. We've shared so many amazing memories, countless football games, birthdays, wine tasting trips, girls' trips to Vegas, our 6-month trek to Europe after we graduated college, when we subsisted on cheese and bread and $10 a night hostels because that's all we could afford. She's my go-to for any fashion or beauty-related advice, always up on the current trends, though she's usually the only one who can actually pull them off, as most of you can probably attest to. She's an amazing Auntie Nini to my kids, and she knows me better than almost anyone. Sorry. I was living in New York when Nikki met Bryan, or Big Daddy, as we affectionately call him, which he mentioned. And I'll get back to that. She said there was someone new in her life, but she didn't want to jinx it, and it was early. So she didn't say much at first, and then I started hearing his name more and more, and she would tell me about some of the conversations they would have. And what struck me right away was Bryan's honesty and his willingness to tell her exactly what he was thinking and feeling. No games, no bullshit, just truth, something Nikki was convinced didn't exist. When I met Bryan, I liked him right away. I liked that he and Nikki made each other laugh. I liked that he called her on her crazy. I liked his devotion to the Irish. I liked that he had a solid, really great group of friends. So back to Big Daddy. We were in Tahoe last summer, Kelly and her husband, my husband, myself, and our 4 kids. So 4 kids under 4 in a cabin, and it was crazy. And the looks on their faces were like, holy shit. Like, it doesn't stop. They don't stop moving. They don't stop talking or whining or crying. And Bryan went upstairs or something, and Kelly and Alex's son turned to Nikki, and he's like, where'd your dad go? So Bryan's nickname, Big Daddy, was born. But he's so awesome with the kids, and they just love him. And my daughter is pretty stingy with her affections. She doesn't like most people, and she is smitten with Bryan. And my son even lays out pajamas for him when they come up for slumber parties. My grandfather recently passed away, and I got the sweetest card from Nikki and Bryan. And what was so touching was that Bryan actually wrote something too, which seems so small and simple and not a big deal, but it was. And it meant so much to me, and it's just a testament to the kind of person he is. At the end of the day, all you want for your best friend is for her to find someone who loves her unconditionally, someone who will protect her heart, someone who will be fiercely loyal, someone who will make a wonderful father, and it's a bonus if you love them too. We've had a lot of good times together, and I'm looking forward to creating so many more memories with you guys as you start this next chapter. Let's raise our glasses. Congrats to you guys. I love you both. Cheers.
If I were the sun way up there, I'll go with love most everywhere. I'll be the moon when the sun goes down, just to let you know that I'm still around. That's how strong my love is. Whoa, that's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love is, baby, baby. That's how strong my love is. I'll be the weeping willow, drowning in my tears.
Good evening.
And you can go swimming when you
I took 10 minutes to find a dry napkin after the first 3 people made their talks. And if I seem a little inebriated, you can thank the governor over there and Chancey. But there's one thing I want to be certain, and everybody understands, that boy over there, William Bryan Akin III, is my son. Without any doubt about that, I hope. Is there any question about that? He's got 2 dads. Yeah, Foster Brooks and me. No, actually, Bryan, on a somber note, Bryan was a preemie young man. He was born 6 weeks early and spent the first 30 days of his life in an oxygen tent, 90% oxygen. And we were very concerned for his life at that point. But as you can tell now, when he was born, he was 6.5 pounds, and 30 days later, he was 5.5 pounds. And you can tell by looking now that he has definitely overcome that, because he looks like the guy on TV that we call Rambo, I think. Bryan, at an early age, learned how to ride a horse, and that's what I'm going to reflect on this evening, are the wonderful times that we had together. There's a place in West Virginia called Pipestem State Park, and at an early age, 3.5 as a matter of fact, Bryan and I spent a lot of time over there riding horses, and he was the only one that they ever allowed to ride a horse by himself. Other children that age had to ride with their parents. And Bryan had this incredible habit of leaning back every time he'd pass a branch that was hanging over and break off a little branch off that limb, and he'd holler back, "Daddy, I love you," and I'd say, "I love you too, son," and we would ride and ride and ride. Well, we got a little bored with the horseback expedition, so he wanted to go fishing one day. So I thought, well, where can we go fishing? And there was a trout farm not too far away, so we went down, and they gave us some tackle, but they didn't have any bait. So Bryan threw the hook in with no bait on there, and he caught a fish. And he threw it in again, and he caught a fish. And every time he threw the hook in, he caught a fish. Well, several months later, we went to a dude ranch out in Wyoming. I'm forgetting the name of where it was in Wyoming. It was Rimrock Ranch. There we go, in Cody, Wyoming. And they had a little fishing tournament. And Bryan threw the rod in, threw the line in, and he reeled it in, and no fish. And he said, "Dad, the fish aren't biting." I said, "Well, keep trying, son." And he threw it in again and reeled it in, no fish. So he had been spoiled by the fact that he had been to the trout farm on the first go around. It really was something. I'm going to try to keep from doing what the other three folks have done here, although I don't think I'm going to do a very good job of it. Bryan also has become a very avid skier. He and I spent many a winter in Steamboat Springs with a good friend of ours from Fort Myers, Florida. He can ski downhill just as fast as anyone you've ever seen, and lean over backwards and ski on his shoulders will touch the ground, and because he's so strong, he can just raise right back up and continue right on down. I told you that he was a preemie, and that's one of the things that I wanted to say early, was that he was a preemie, and that he was brought into this world very early, and that's probably the first time that he has been on time or early since he met this beautiful lady over here. And she has transformed his life and made him, I've always been very proud of him, but without a doubt, there has been a transformation that has surprised me, even as his father, I love him very much. I've always been proud of him. But since he's met Nikki, he has, and I know we all think of our children, our offspring, as our babies. We always say, you'll always be my baby boy, you'll always be my baby girl. But I will tell you that this baby boy has turned into a man since he met Nikki. And thank you for that, Nikki. And with that, I'm going to sit down before I do what everybody else has done.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Josh. I've known Bryan coming up on about 25 years now. We first met, and I first met Bryan, the young, alternative skater, poser on the tennis courts, circa 1992-93. He was always in the age group below me in the tennis tournaments, but we would travel around the state of Florida together, battling through brackets, getting to know each other, getting to know our families, and sharing great moments. Of course, we became quick friends, and soon thereafter, I was able to convince him to come over to community school in Naples to try to start a tennis powerhouse and become partners in crime, to say the least. We've made goalies cry on a soccer field because it's just impossible to stop the 7-Eleven onslaught. And we've also established the unbreakable bond that is the Naples Four with Garrett and Lauren as well. I consider Bryan family. I consider my brother. I consider Janet, his mom, like my second mother. The Italian doting mom I love and know all too well. I always can count on Bryan, no matter what's going on in our lives, to pick up the phone, answer my call, even though we're 1,000 miles away. When we connect, it's like we're only blocks or doors away. My boys call him Uncle Bryan, and he'll always be a part of my life, no matter what, for sure. So, very appreciative to that. There's one memory that I still remember. It was him and his grandmother Daisy, actually. We were somewhere in the state of Florida, waiting for our table at the Michelin Raid at Olive Garden, and Bryan was saying or doing something, and I started making fun of him, shockingly, of course, and she caught wind of it. And at the time, I think she was probably 80, 85 years young, and she looked at me, gave me this look, and leaned towards me to try to choke me. I kid you not. I laugh to this day because if the roles were reversed, my grandmother would have done the same exact thing to him. And it's just something that I'll never forget, and it just still makes me laugh to this day. As I was sitting about and thinking about all these wonderful memories, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? I've known Bryan for so long that maybe I could share some of my insights with Nikki on some of his quirks and provide her maybe some pointers. Now, Nikki, I don't want you to think of this as advice, or maybe just tools to deal with the one William Bryan Akin III. So let me just set a scene. Maybe he's had a very rough day at the office, rough week at work. Maybe his beloved Fighting Irish just lost the game today. And here are the top 3 things that I would recommend. The first thing is have a cold cocktail ready, and have a mustard spread out with chips and pretzels for dipping. See, similar to myself, Bryan loves a nice mustard product. So I would recommend a deli, a spicy, maybe a horseradish variety as a starter. The second thing is, and I still shake my head about this one, but have the TV show Cops running on loop. Bryan, for some odd reason, loves a good cop chase and loves when a perpetrator gets the justice he or she so rightly deserves. And lastly, but most importantly, in what I would coin maybe a code red situation, maybe emergency, that you should have a Nicolas Cage movie on standby. Bryan loves him some Nick Cage, but I'd suggest maybe some of his later work, not a Raising Arizona or Leaving Las Vegas, but maybe a Con Air, Face Off, The Rock, maybe even a National Treasure. Maybe a National Treasure. That would be your go-to in any emergency situation, so just FYI. I can stand up here and just recount countless everlasting memories that I've shared with Bryan, and although I haven't shared as many with Nikki yet, I truly look forward to sharing and creating memories with you both in the future, and of course, welcoming Nikki to the fam. Again, I'm truly grateful for you guys to allow me to speak tonight, and I'm truly honored to have been shared such wonderful memories with my good friend and brother, Bryan. So with that, if you could, raise your glasses. To Nikki and Bryan, I wish you a lifetime filled with health, happiness, and love. Cheers.
All right, y'all. Last speech of the night. This one actually is a speech.
See you.
So I'll speak on behalf of Nikki.
Yeah.
As I've been told. I just said yes, dear. I guess that's my new thing. So I don't want to draw this out, but I do want to tell you that I think both of our hearts are very full. Looking out at this crowd, it's unbelievable. Some of our best friends and family, some of those we haven't seen in years. We've traveled from short distances and far distances, some as far as Hong Kong. Dakasan. Shimmelshang. While Oregon and Notre Dame have lost today,
God. Shit.
Nikki and I have won.
Mwah.
I thank you all for coming. Let's go party.
I bear my windowed self untamed and untrained, yeah. Dreams that hardly touch our complexions, truest faults. If room enough for both, my drowsy spirit shall fall. Bold waves tumble all to the season of my heart, and you have offended my faith and my trust, until all is lost into the beauty of the day. Until all is lost away. Never, never, never hope, but I think it's almost lost away. Where there's something in the way you laugh, it makes me feel like a child. Aspects of life, they confuse me. You and your thesis amuse me. After an afternoon with you. And your rich brown eyes, your lips and your dark hair. exposed knees tossing towards your ceiling. After an afternoon, okay, love me, love it off, love, love it out, love it out, love me, face to palm, tear to tear, and mouth to tongue, heart to ground, hard, really hard to ground. Oh, say I am in love, say hard to ground, say any old thing. Oh, hard, say hard to ground. Okay, well, maybe, baby, I am in love.
All right. Big round of applause for Bryan and Nikki. And now, the first man in Nikki's life will come out and do a dance with his daughter.
It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say yes, you look wonderful tonight. We go to a party and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady is walking around with me. And then she asks me, do you feel alright? And I say yes, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes and the wonder.
Hot wheels, little trucks and cars, skin knees, climbing trees, wishing on stars. Moments may be lost somewhere in time, but the sweetest memories are never left behind. Now you've grown so fine and come so far. I'm so proud of who you are, the man you've become. Thrilled to share your deepest joy, to know you found the one for the great things you will do. I'll be blessed 'cause you're my son, but I'll always see the boy but you've grown so fine and come so far. I'm so proud of who you are, the man you've become. Thrilled to share.
All right, big round of applause for Bryan and Janet. And now you.